What's up, everybody? It's Craig from 9 Volt Games, and today I'm going to be doing the 5 games that you must play for Xbox. Now, before I go into this and I actually say what the games are, I'd just like to try and remind people again that this is not a top 5 games on Xbox. I'm just trying to, make underappreciated games more aware. I know some of you are going to look at this list, and I'm going to tell you right now that Knights of the Old Republic is not in here. It will be in another list. I'm going to do multiple ones of these. Like, on the next go-around, it will be another 5 games you must play, and it will be on that one. So don't write that in here. No, the only reason I say that is because sometimes when I put these up, like the GameCube one especially, people are trying to send me video responses to their top 5 games on GameCube of all time. That's not this type of list, so I don't want to take your video responses. I don't want to be a dick, but I do. That's not what this is, so don't send me those videos because they're not relevant to this video. Anyways, those of you who are still watching, here are the games. These games are actually pretty underappreciated, except for one of them. One of them I feel like a lot of people played. However, I was very late to the game on one, so I might as well start with it. Conker's Live and Reloaded. Now, this game's really no good for the the live part, because you can't play online anymore. However, I might review this as a remake this for the online part, because like I said, I was late to the party. I started playing this a month before they took the online off of the original Xbox titles. The Reloaded part is just Conker's Bad Fur Day from the N64, revamped up with better graphics on the Xbox. I did not play Conker's Bad Fur Day fully on the N64. I played it just very surface, like I didn't even remember it. Dan actually talked me into buying this, and I bought it, and it's totally worth it. So if you see a copy of this, it is worth it alone for the admission price to play Bad Fur Day, which was hilarious, by the way. So, Conker's Live and Reloaded. This one, a lot of you are going to go, dude, that's an overhyped game. Shenmue 2. Shenmue 2 I have 2 copies of. One is actually for Dan. Shenmue 2 I also have burnt for the Dreamcast. I mean, legit for the Dreamcast. Shenmue 2 is not a bestseller. You know how I know that? Because there isn't a Shenmue 3, because Sega doesn't seem to think that it would be profitable enough. And Yu Suzuki, who ended up making Shenmue, he fucking retired without making Shenmue 3. So, people can tell you that they played this game all they want. They didn't, because there was no Shenmue 3. That's how I know you didn't. This game's great, man. This game's one of the greatest open-world games ever created. Ryu's Hazuki-san, his story's great, man. I really want to see how it ends. So please, man, get on the horn, petition Sega. We want Shenmue 3. That's, you know what? As a matter of fact, my first ever remake this is going to turn into a sequel this, and I'm going to send it directly to Sega, because I actually have had communication lines with Sega's community representatives before on Twitter. I actually asked them who I had to bang to get another Oasis game, and they actually responded to me. They weren't very happy, but they still responded to me. Shenmue 2 is going to be one of them. I'm going to send them in Shenmue 3. The best part about it is if you buy Shenmue 2 on Xbox, it gives you a DVD version of Shenmue 1, so you don't have to play through the entire game. Although I would suggest it, it's not very realistic. Shenmue 2 is great. It's hard to say that it's open world something like Elder Scrolls, because it's not. It's actually very limited when you take on the scale of Elder Scrolls, but the fact that it was ahead of its time when it came out, that's probably why the budget was so big, and Shenmue was doomed to fail as soon as the original Shenmue came out. The whole trilogy was doomed to fail, and that's very sad to me. But it's great that this game made it up from Dreamcast and gave us all a little hope, and then gave us all a lot of a disappointment. I'm going to get off this subject right now, because Shenmue 3 pisses me off so bad. Let's go up from another Dreamcast franchise that moved on up. Jet Set Radio! JJSSR Groovy! Yes. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's an inline skating game where you graffiti and tag, and you fucking use all kinds of flair, and you race. Come on, it's an awesome game. Like, you get to unlock people, you get to get people to join your little gang. all I can really remember hearing the most out of this game was Shibuya Terminal and the 99th Street Gang, but that's only because I was really baked when I played this game. I've yet to actually go back and play it sober, but I can tell you right now that this game is phenomenal if you're on something because of the colors that fly at your face. It's got a soundtrack that you wouldn't normally listen to on your iPod. That's coming from me. I listen to either hardcore gangster rap or death metal. So this is all techno fucking Japanophile shit, and it's actually really fucking good in the context of what you're playing with the game. It gives you pumped to play it, and it's probably the only inline skating anything that I'll ever suggest to anybody. But it's definitely pimp, and I would check it out. Story is that, you know, fucking government is oppressing you, and you and the gangs are gonna go out and fucking tag it all up and take out the Shibuya police. Just look at it. See how much I got that game for? Go buy it. Here's one that's actually underrated, only because if I ask people about it, they haven't played it. I believe you can get this on PlayStation 2 as well. Breakdown. Breakdown is an awesome first-person game. You can either do melee or guns. It's from Namco, and it was really weird to play this game because at this point, all I really played from Namco was, you know, the average Pac-Man and Tekken, you know, arcade classics, and this was like a full-on single-player adventure, first person, and it was great. It was hard as fuck. I remember it being hard as fuck, and I remember trying to go back to it a couple of years ago, and it was still ridiculously hard. But the game is definitely fun. It's worth the admission price of what I pay for it. $5.99. I bought this back in 2005, 2006, right? It came out in 2003, but I bought it in like 2006, and it was $5.99. You can probably get this game for 99 cents without a case on Amazon, and then if you really like it, go back and buy the case and put it in your collection. But it's an awesome first-person game. I'm actually very excited to review that just to see how horrible I do. And this one I actually started playing again tonight, because this is one that I'm going to have to describe fully through a review. And this one's probably going to be the first game that I review, probably tomorrow. It's called Phantom Dust. Phantom Dust was an online game, so one half of the game is completely useless now. However, the game has 100, oh, I think it has, yeah, it says it, over 100 single-player missions. But it has hundreds of moves, and this is much like Baten Kaitos, and this is what I really like this game for. Before you go into a battle or into a mission, you can get details from other characters. However, you need to select your loadout because you can only have a certain set amount of moves, okay, and defenses and blah blah blah. And you have to set out for that battle accordingly, otherwise you are doomed to lose the second you get in there. And I like these types of games because it's all strategy. It's not card-based, though. You go through and you get these abilities, and they basically pitch you in an arena against other characters, and that's your mission. And you all have the same loadout. What made this game fun when I bought it originally is that it was online. So you basically you take your character and you outfit him in all these crazy maneuvers that you got, and then you go online with another one, and it's pretty much an adult version of Pokemon, and it was great. But instead of picking, you know, however many Pokemon, you're just taking your one avatar that you've been working your ass off on, and you've been getting all these moves for it, and then you go online and you get completely demolished by somebody. It was insane. The closest thing I can actually think, kind of, was that game Enchanted Arms, the online portion. But that's still not even close. It's very hard to describe because it's like it's an RPG, but it's got a main hub. Your missions is where you go out into an online world, or in this case now, since it's not online, you will go out into a single-player world. But the world is just an arena, and you have to select your loadout. So it's pretty much pick everything way before. You know what? It's this is so hard to describe this game. The best way to think of it is a one-on-one, or, you know, 1v1v1v Dragon Force. You'll have to see when I review it. But anyways, these are the 5 games. Conker Live and Reloaded, which is only good for the Reloaded. Shenmue 2, don't fucking lie to anybody, you didn't play it. Jet Set Radio Future, it was a launch title, right? I believe it was a launch title, so I know a lot of people actually bought this game. So you're in it. I think it was a launch title. No, 2002. Breakdown, awesome Namco first-person game, and Phantom Dust, Pokemon on Crack. Thank you guys for watching.